wait is over. The real is back. Peace and blessings, people. This is the Blue Avenue podcast, man. And, I know you guys missed us, man. It's been a little bit. But I'm that jerk your daughter loves, Jermaine, a.k.a. Fanam Cassell, the pride of the East Side, 3 Phone Jones, the LimeWire legend, all that good stuff. But anyway, I got 2 special guests with me. My guys, Risky Frisky and Thunderbeard, a.k.a. Frisco and Alex. How are you guys today, man?
I'm out here living good, man.
I am doing good as well.
Nice. And actually, I want to tell everybody that I did shout out Alex on, I think it was our first episode when we did the Could You Work With Your Significant Other? Whatever episode that I was referencing this young man.
Oh, Shelby works there now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was like, then it turned out they actually worked together. At the time they did, but it was a vibe.
I met my woman at work 9 years ago.
Oh, man. So listen, I was like, where do we start with this, guys? Do you want to talk about how we met first, or do you want to just get into the current events? I was like, I'll talk about how we met. All right, so I actually met Frisco a long time ago. Like, it was crazy. Like, he was my little guy. You know what I mean? And then next thing I know, we ended up together at another job. Because that's how we met at a job originally. Then we met at another place, and he was the man there. I was like, you're the man here? Like, you were my little guy for so long. So it turned out, he was the man there, and I was his little guy. Like, the roles reversed. You know what I mean? Like, and that type of thing. So
Definitely.
It was crazy. And I actually met Alex through him at that job. So it was a cool, situation. These are my guys right there. But, yeah. Do you guys want to tell them about yourself a little bit? Or just a, quick note.
My name is Frisco. I've known Jermaine for about 5-6 years now.
Facts.
From various jobs. I work with Alex. Actually, we all work together.
It's a party, bro.
Yeah.
Every day.
We run the kitchen.
That's right.
I'm 30 years old. Just had my first kid, man.
Right. We're going to get into that for both of y'all, but yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Alex?
I'm Alex. Jermaine calls me Thunderbeard.
Facts.
Big Beef. That's another name.
That's what it was? I thought it was...
So it's just like a thing that some people call me. I've been on a previous not a podcast, but kind of like a podcast called Big Beef. Anyway, kitchen's a party. I was the first one there. Frisco actually started pretty shortly after me. We kind of both came up together, but now the place can't run without us. Except he's leaving.
I'm done. On Friday, I'm throwing that 2 weeks in.
Bro, Frisco's moving on to bigger and better things out here. I feel him. But no, I do want to say to the fam out there, I'm coming with interviews coming soon. We're going to do the podcast visual. It's going to be called Spiritual Conversation. Shout out to Mozzie. And we're going to, I'm going to talk to a lot of different people. Frisco's going to come back as a guest on that show because his story, to me, besides me just being his friend, he has an interesting story on redemption, and overcoming the odds because he isn't very tall. So,
motherfucker.
They don't know. They can't see. But no, in all seriousness, I am coming with the spiritual conversations. We're going to interview several different type of people. I got some plans for that. I don't want to say too much about it, but make sure you guys follow the Instagram page, and that'll be somewhere in the description or wherever in the video. But we're going to do that. So, forget all that. We got the intros, the pleasantries out the way. We'll get into these current events because it's been a while. They haven't heard my voice at least, so I definitely want to get into the first one, the Travis Scott meal at McDonald's. How do you guys feel about that?
Bro.
Listen, he's the only one that's had a good 2020. He has a meal at McDonald's.
I bet he got so much money for that.
That's crazy, bro.
So he's the only one been winning. Pretty much forced.
I didn't try it, by the way.
2 Travis Scott burgers.
Wow. Isn't it just a quarter pounder, right?
All right, so I go up to the drive-thru, right? I'm like, let me get a quarter pounder with bacon.
Right.
And some mac sauce on the side. That's usually what I get, right?
Yeah.
And my girlfriend, she wanted me to get her. She's pretty picky, dude. She wanted only onions and ketchup.
Right.
So I told the dude that, and I was picking it up first. She was at home. I just got off work, and I'm kind of in a hurry. I'm like, just grab McDonald's for dinner, which is already just crazy. And we get home. opened 2 Travis Scott burgers. And I'm like, whatever. I guess I'm just going to eat this burger. Yeah. My girlfriend opens hers, sees the mustard on it, and she goes, I'm not eating that. I said, just scrape the mustard off or something. Right. You know, I'm just got done working. I'm all dirty and I'm just about to hop in the shower. I'm about to scarf that burger and hop in the shower. She's like, oh, just run back up there. I'm like, no. I was like, eat the and dude, it actually like turned into like a big thing.
Damn.
Because
Travis Scott is ruining relationships out here. That's
right. It's such a stupid meal too. Like it's just the burger. Bro? I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure the burger is just bacon and extra lettuce. Cause
that's what I heard. It was just a quarter pounder with bacon, and he puts. You're supposed to put barbecue on the fries. Like
you like dip the fries.
Yeah, or like lather it with barbecue.
But it's lather it. It's like a special order. But it's just like there's no new food. They didn't add anything new to the menu. Yeah, they just.
I just thought that was amazing. You know, partly because we haven't been able to talk about this in a while, but just the fact that he has a meal at McDonald's, like that's just crazy. Again, with the shoe collabs, you know, he did the stuff with Jordan and Nike. He had SBs. He had Jordan. Like, listen, it's been this year. Like 2020's been bad for everybody but him. Like that's what I feel, Lamar. But yeah, you know. Anyway, I just want to touch on this next current event.
It's been good for hand sanitizer companies.
Oh yeah, and Zoom,
toilet paper,
and Zoom. Zoom came up this year. You got to be real about that.
If you're not zooming, you're not booming, man. That's how a lot of people feel now.
That's a fact. But yeah, I was gonna. That was funny. I was gonna say I wanted to touch on this real quick because this is annoying, and I'm tired of this. The anime filter on Snapchat. Like, bro, that's so annoying, bro. Like,
I haven't even heard about this yet.
It was enough that they did the update on the phone. Like, it's so trash. But on top of that, the anime filter is killing me now. Like, y'all not gang. I've been watching anime. I was watching anime since 2007. Like, y'all, I've been doing this. Like, stop playing with me when I was a youngin'. So listen, y'all not gang.
And he's still watching it.
That's a fact. Today.
Grown ass adult watching anime.
To this day. Put the Deontay Wilder to this day. But yeah, man, I don't know. That was interesting to me too. And then for current events, the last thing I wanted to touch on was the decision came down for the Breonna Taylor charge, and her killers were let off.
Bro, this got heated at work the other day. We weren't even like talking opinions.
Frisco told me.
I was just trying to give him the facts.
With you know who this talk? Yo, Frisco told me the situation. I was like, for real?
I was just trying to give him the facts.
Me and Alex were just having a conversation. You know, I didn't know all the facts about the Breonna Taylor thing. You know, so Alex was telling me a few things about it, and. All of a sudden, this lady comes up and starts listening, like, intently, like, to our conversation. And Alex finishes. Or I'll let Alex tell.
I mean, I was just kind of, I was giving the facts, not really, like, opinionated. I was telling him, like, you know, the police account, they say that they announced themselves. The boyfriend says they were unannounced. Right. He hit a cop. They fired back. They hit Breonna. And she just starts piping in, and she's like, "Oh well, you know, she wasn't sleeping." And I was like, "What do you mean? She was sleeping when they broke down her door?" And she's like, "No, you can't believe that. There's no way." And I was like, "What?" And the police always announce themselves. They don't.
There you go.
And just
that's the truth,
right? Alex was giving me a little backstory on like who Breonna Taylor was. You know, like about her career choice. She was like an EMT and this and that. And at the end of Alex's talking, this lady jumps in and goes, "She was not an EMT." Like, what? Like, okay, so just
got fired in 2017.
So you should kill her then? What the f***?
Actually, there was some that happened. I think it was like yesterday. We were talking about a vet, and we were talking about because my dog just died recently. Actually.
Yeah, yo, I was gonna
rest in peace. Bro.
I was gonna do that in the shout outs, but thank you for that early shout out. R.I.P. to Alex's dog, man. I was gonna give him a shout out.
So we were talking about vets, and she was talking about how they had like her son had adopted like a pit bull, and it was like some rescue pit bull that had been in fights or something. Yeah. And I guess the pit bull was not a fan of African American or any sort of colored people. And she was telling me about how they brought it to the vet, and like the vet was a vet of color, a man of color, and then when she told the vet that she needed a new vet, they got her a regular vet, and she literally used the word like regular.
Shut the
I was like, what the and I just didn't even say anything.
This is the same lady?
Yeah, bro. She literally said a regular vet, and I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my god, dude.
Listen, man, that's ridiculous right there. That's a whole different thing. But I mean, look, I'll try to wrap it up really quick. So pretty much Breonna Taylor's killers, their charges are dropped. And at first when I found out the news, I was gonna channel my inner Breezy Bree and, spit these bars, you know what I'm saying, and let them know how I really felt.
Yeah.
Just to get it off my chest, but instead of doing that, I'm going to go a simple route. I wanted to submit a simple question. Are the police above the law? And if that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a simple question. Are the police above the law? Because it's like the facts, because it's like a movie with us. Like how many times is a black individual, it's the same thing. A black individual, they get killed. The cop that does it, if it's a cop that kills a black individual, the cop goes on administrative leave. They wait a couple weeks. They wait it out. Then they go to court. And then the charges get dropped. It's the same thing over and over again. It's not even a surprise anymore. So my thing is like, if that's the case, right? We should just take the cop's word. Whatever they say happened, that's what happened. The other person isn't here to tell their side of the story. So to me, it's just like, that's my only thing with this. Like, are they above the law? Because if that's what it is, fine. Like we could just take that and just take those facts and make it what it is, but I don't think that's how it should be.
It's never cut and dry either.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always something sketchy. His body cam fell off, or something unexpected happened. Wasn't there recently a young girl died in police custody?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's repetitive, man, and it's ridiculous at this point. So my thing is like, and maybe it's a rhetorical question, but are they above the law? Do they get to act without impunity? Because all that stuff going on with, it's a different situation, but with the, Jacob, what's Jacob Blake, right?
Yeah.
That situation, like, I don't know all the facts of that, but it's like, come on, I don't know what he did and what he was doing over there, but I don't think, unless your life was in danger, I don't think anything warrants 7 shots to the back. You know what I mean? Right, like, and maybe that's just me thinking that, but again, whatever. Like, that's a whole different thing. And I mean, we could talk about that all day, so I'm gonna get off that. But they're wrong. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. What are you gonna say?
It's crazy because, like, the question was, are they above the law?
Yeah.
And the answer should be no, right?
Exactly.
Like they should be
that's
held,
a question,
right?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like really, they kind of are right now.
I think their whole attitude about it is like, we are the law.
And it sucks because they really shouldn't be, And then you got these people who are like going to the grave to defend these pieces of shit that did this bullshit. And like, I don't know, this is coming from someone who...
To me, it's so redundant, bro, and like that, and they wonder why like people that look like you, me and you, we distrust the law and the justice system. Because look what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, somebody was in their crib, minding their business, got shot. You know what I'm saying? In their house. Like, y'all remember that one? I was saving this for later, but y'all remember that case where the lady thought she was like somebody was breaking into her house, and then she actually broke into that guy's house and shot him and killed him. No. And that black judge was hugging her in the court.
I did not hear about that.
I'm gonna show you later, bro. This lady literally thought like a black man was breaking into her house. Like in her apartment, she opened the door. It was his apartment, and she killed him because she thought he was breaking in. And then, like, when she went to court, they were, like, hugging her. There was this black, the brother of the victim was like, we don't want you to be heard. And, so all this crazy. Man. Like, yo, she going to the feds and, like, yo, the judge. I've never seen a judge hug a black person that committed a crime. But this judge, a black lady, hugged this white lady that was the killer. Damn. And it was like, it's going to be all right. Like, I've never seen that done, bro. So, I mean, y'all know how I feel about that. Y'all know how I feel about just injustice, period. It don't have to be black or, you know what I'm saying? It could be black, Hispanic, whoever. Like, injustice is injustice. So, like, that's trash to me. Like, but
that's why they call it systemic. It's the whole system, bro.
Yeah, man.
Goes throughout.
It's just ridiculous. But anyway, let's talk about something positive right now, right? So I brought you guys in here specifically this week because you both are fathers. And I wanted to know, because I'm not a parent, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to know especially for Frisco, how did fatherhood change you guys? What's different in your life now? But I'll let Frisco go first because you're a new father. But
I give it a 4 out of 5 stars.
okay,
it's dope, man. Like man, like my entire life has changed.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I always said, "Oh, I'll never have kids. I'll never have kids." And even my mom was like, "I don't know why you're never gonna have kids. You won't never give me a grandkid." And she like came to terms with it. It was all right, which was cool, which was fine, because like most of my life I was just a complete fuck up, right? Like
that's why we're bringing you back for the spiritual conversation.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Facts.
But 20. Let's see. I'm 30 years old and I just had a kid for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Some of my friends are 30 years old and on kid number like 5.
Yeah.
And
you're doing the right thing, bro. You took your time.
But
at least for me.
Like some of my friends like ran off on their baby moms and like bounced on the kid, and it like to me like I can't see how you are able to do that. Because man, my kid is like my world right now.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah,
that's dope. Alex, I'm sorry. I know you're also a parent.
No, you guys are.
How did it change you at the time when you were with child? And all
it's almost undescribable. It's like it gives a whole new meaning to life, right? It's almost like I was. I don't know. I was content with like everything. Like whatever. I don't care. Fucking, I could like die tomorrow. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm fine. But then, like, you have a kid and you have something to live for. You have something to like grow for. I can constantly need more money, more time for her, more stuff for her to do, more stuff for her to learn. It on the quest to like raise your child, you're also like raising yourself even more, right?
That's real. I like those as bars right there. Okay.
Alex. Like, when Alex found out I was having a kid, man, like this dude was so like stoked to like give me advice. Every day he's like, "Oh, dude, this is what's gonna happen the first month," and like my girlfriend was still pregnant. It didn't really hit you yet, like. My girlfriend was 6 months pregnant, and she got hit by a car in a crosswalk, like smoked on Snelling Avenue. And like I was on, like we were in the news and the newspaper.
I was gonna say that, yep.
And dude, I thought it was over. I got on the scene, and blood was everywhere. Like she broken her leg in 3 spots. There's ambulance. My whole block was just fire trucks and ambulances and shit. And I come up running, and man, I was like, I lost my kid. And then like we got to the hospital, and like they quick put her up to all these like machines and like ultrasounds, and I look at the nurse. I was like, did we lose the kid? She goes, no, he's in there moving around. Like she acted like nothing even happened. She's like, oh, he's in there, he's fine.
That's a blessing, bro.
I was like, dude, and then I was like, all right, well, maybe he's gonna come out, with some defects or something, Man, the second they showed me that, the second we had the kid, we had him 3 months after that incident.
Yep.
And they took him out C-section. They have a curtain up, like so you can't look at none of the shit that's going on down there, right?
Like pass out.
As soon as they pull the kid out, they raise him over the curtain. And, like, you see this little bloody baby who's just bawling, dude. And, like, it's so fucking hard to explain, but, like...
It's different, bro.
It hit, dude.
I gotta be that one.
Melts your heart in a totally different way.
I've never cried tears of joy in my entire life, right? Like, not once. But, like, that moment, like, me and her, like... had like some, we had some tears, dude. Like our baby came out and he was fine, and he had all 10 fingers and 10 toes, and didn't look like a cyclops or nothing. Like he
looked pretty healthy weight too, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's dope, bro.
Our baby was ginormous. She was
Really?
almost 11 pounds. She was like 10.9 or something.
Damn, dude. Yeah, you put your significant other through the ringer, huh?
Big healthy babies, though. That's what you want to see. You know?
That's a big fact. Well, let me ask you guys this, and I don't know, whoever wants to go first can go first. What are the challenges you think now being a father? Because I would imagine you guys, want to be a good role model and all that stuff. What would you say? I'll go Alex first. What would you say is has been the biggest challenge, or some challenges you've been dealing with being a father now?
Patience, patience, and just lots of patience. They are very moldable. So that's another thing. You kind of I have to watch what I say. I gotta can't lose your temper. Can't say something you don't want her to repeat, because she will literally just spit it right back at me, And
kids are smart, bro.
Mm-hmm. She is real smart. Like we're potty training right now, and she will only use the potty with her mom. Then just won't even tell me when she has to go. And then if I try to make her go, she'll stiffen up, she'll plank in my hands and won't sit on it, and she'll just pee on the couch or the floor or wherever she's standing. Just literally won't give me the time of day. And then mom comes home and it's do you have to go potty? Yeah. And then I went pee pee, papa.
Yo, that's dope. That's crazy, bro. Okay, patience. All right, Frisco, how about your challenges being a father?
Right now, he's only 3 months old. But something I'm kind of dealing with is time management.
Yeah.
And kind of balancing out work, and then I'm a recovering addict, so I go to meetings a lot. Not a lot, but a couple a week here and there. And I got to make time to go on my buddies' podcasts and stuff. I just went to a friggin' my nephew's birthday. It's I don't know. Sometimes I'm just I'm day to myself to just kick it, but I don't know. I've been fine without it, but
I don't have that problem because I don't do
right. Alex, you staying in the crib.
Yeah, I feel that. No, you're saying time management, and I so feel you on that, bro, because I'm the worst with that. I'm terrible at time management. Even back when I was in school and stuff, when I was in college, I don't know how I figured stuff out, because if I needed time to study, okay, I gotta, between, going out or, spending time with family, it was damn, I gotta make time for this too, or whatever it was. So I totally feel that. So you were saying time management.
So all that, plus you're waking up in the middle of the night, sometimes multiple times.
Right.
And the girlfriend, she's running thin too, because she's breastfeeding, and she's working 40 hours, and I don't know, man, it's crazy, because back in the day, the woman, all right, I don't want to.
I was you're going down this rabbit hole.
The man would go to work all day, and the woman would stay home and raise a child.
Yep.
We can't do that.
We both, we both have to work too.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
No, that's crazy, bro. I feel
Dude,
that.
in daycare. Let's talk about daycare, bro. Ridiculous.
Listen, I was gonna say, shout out to Infamil and Similac. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was making money from ages 14 to 15. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that baby formula out there. But anyway, forget about all that. Let me ask you guys, and this is the last thing, and then we'll move on from the father stuff. Do you want more? Because both of you guys have one, right?
I don't know about him. I do.
You want more?
Yeah.
How many more?
I always tell Shelby I want to have more until I have a boy, but realistically,
so it doesn't matter. You just want to. So you have 2 more girls that you get to a boy, and then you're done.
Yeah. Well, so if I got, it's a toughie, right? So if I had a boy for the next one, there might be a third just because.
I feel
but if I had 2 more girls, I would want to try for a boy still. I'm the last of my last name. There's literally no other men to pass it down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's my duty, man.
Right. I feel you, bro. I hear that. How about you, Frisco?
My son is the first one to be able to carry on my family name too. It's my brother, he's only got girls, and my sister's kids, they took their dad's name. So I'm just saying I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Whatever God decides for me, I'll be all right with. But like with the wait until you have a boy thing, man, like that can be pretty risky. Like I know a cat who was doing that, dude. He just kept having girls, has 7 kids right now.
All girls?
He just had a boy.
Yeah, see, he's got to work.
So he's retired.
Isn't it? Don't they say if you have all girls, you used to be a player? So Alex was the man back then. Because as they say, like if you were like a thought in the past life, like yo, you having all girls, and that's why I fear having children because I don't want girls. But that's whatever.
Bro, you do though. I've noticed this pattern, right?
All right.
All my friends who have kids who are girls, they're daddy's girls, dude.
Right.
Like they just love on daddy like completely, right?
That's real. I feel that.
My son is a mama's boy.
Oh wow.
This doesn't want nothing to do with me sometimes, bro. Well, he is getting breastfed. He's breastfeeding, right?
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
Do you feed him like with the bottle?
Sometimes, but he doesn't like the bottle. He wants that nip, bro.
Yeah. Do you get
that
he's
thing
still
he's 3 months though.
What's it like? Meet the Fockers, where it's like that fake boob.
Oh hell no! Like luckily,
that's probably real.
My woman works from home
Nice.
because she breastfeeds like every hour or two. He's hungry.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's still really young.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that stuff, but I'd imagine.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody near at all time at that age.
Mm-hmm.
Once he starts eating real food, you just like it's like a cat. You just throw a bunch of food on their plate. Yeah, here you go.
Nice.
It's kind of weird because like you want him to like want you, right? And like I want him to stop crying when I hold him sometimes.
Yeah.
And like I can't get him to stop crying. And like as soon as I hand him over to mom, he stops crying. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, so he's not messing with you.
It's all good though. He'll grow up and we'll do a bunch of fun stuff that mom doesn't want to do.
Facts. All right, so listen, because you guys are parents, I kind of based this show around you guys because I know you both are parents, at least some of the topics. So I wanted to ask you this. This next topic was actually going to be a factual opinion, and we got 2 of those this week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me. But I had to catch myself because I wanted to rethink my position on this. And I wanted to hear, somebody else's opinion on this too. Because at first, to me, this is going to be like a hot take, but I was like, I want to see what they think because y'all are parents. Should teachers be able to have weapons in the classroom in case of a school shooting occurring? And I'll let you go, Frisco. I'll let you go because you guys are parents. That's why I'm thinking like, what are the odds of it happening? I'll knock on wood if I can. But Frisco, at least here, where we are. But Frisco, what would you say? How do you feel about teachers having weapons in that case?
Right.
Because that's like a Republican thing, right? They want teachers to have.
Is it really? Damn.
From what I understand, they're for more people having guns, not less.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they want teachers having guns per se, but therefore more people having guns. And I got it. Honestly, I'm kind of torn, and then that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it because to me it was like, does it sound like a horrible idea? You know what I'm saying in my mind, but. Whatever, I'll let you go, yeah.
What I think, like, that sounds kind of crazy to me.
It does,
like,
yeah, I hear you.
All people don't need a gun, and not everyone should have a gun.
Right.
Some people are all right to have, like,
sure.
you trust them with a gun, like, they're responsible. I want to say all teachers are, like, responsible adults and, like, be trusted, like, but, like, ultimately with, like, our child's, like, life, right?
That's what I mean in schools.
Like, kids freak the out sometimes. It happens, whatever,
right.
Like, they're kids or whatever. What if your teacher freaks the out and has a badass day
and got a gun
and
on
says it all?
Right, yeah.
Right?
That's a good point. That's why I'm torn because I'm...
Like, the teacher itself, no, like, they're there to teach, right? Yeah. Let's keep them on the basic, their main job.
What if, like, instead of arming teachers, we just had, like, see, I don't want to say police because I don't know how I feel about that, but
security.
Yeah, like, some sort of like trained security.
Yeah. The janitor, give the janitor gun.
You trust the janitor where you trust the
I'm talking like they have to pass like a test and they have to like go through a class.
Right.
Well, let me explain what I'm feeling for you guys right here, at least for parents, because I'll kind of give you what I feel about the situation, and then like I just want you guys to like see where I'm coming from a little bit. And I don't think I have the right answer, by the way. I just this is what I believe. So when I was, in elementary, from what I remember, kindergarten, middle school, even up to high school, we had the, lockdown drills where it was, they made us go, at least from what I remember, they had you get on all fours. And when you were in the gym or something, like they make everybody go to the gym, you get on all fours, and you're pretty much in a fetal position for, you know what I'm saying, like just sitting there waiting or whatever. And then when we're in classrooms, they like hunch us all in one corner and we just lock the doors and hope nothing happens, right? So my thing is, if I'm gonna die in a school shooting, right, I'd rather go down fighting than anything. I'm not trying to just sit here and wait to die. Which is, again, if that's a situation, you got like Sandy Hook and stuff like that. And I remember I was in high school at Sandy Hook. That was like in 2012. I remember that was like we were coming back from, I think, spring break or something, or right before. But whatever. Like that was like I was like hurt by that. Like, 'cause, dude, those are little kids. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, it's crazy. I feel like this, and I'll get to my point. So I feel like it's not totally crazy in my mind, you know what I'm saying? Because the other option is, okay, just wait and die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, I'm not a parent. That's why I wanted you guys' opinion on this. But if I'm going to lose my kid, I'd rather them, somebody shoot back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the many victims of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least for me, and I can't speak on that. So that's why I wanted you guys to chime in, because to me, it's like, it's either like I'm going to die on all fours, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just scrunched up, you know what I'm saying? That's not the way. So, but again, to me, the situation, there really isn't a right answer, So I just wanted to, see how you guys felt about that.
I'm from a time where we only had tornado drills, right?
Yeah. We had those too.
And we go in the hallway
shoot
where
up
there was
schools.
There was no windows and
Yeah.
So like 4/20/1999, Columbine went down.
I was just gonna bring you up.
That was like the first real big.
There were school shootings, but like that was a really big one.
That was
because it got media attention.
Right.
So
there's been a couple of Virginia Tech one. Parkland a couple years ago.
But Columbine was like the first
facts.
Like big one, right? Yeah. And I remember I think I was going into middle school. No, I was still in elementary school. And then we started after that, the next year we started they call it like a lockdown procedure, right? Or active shooter drill.
There you go. That's what it's called.
And I was telling my mom about it. I was like, yeah, they're having us do an active shooter drill tomorrow, blah, blah. She's like, what the f*** is an active shooter drill? What is going on in this f***ing world? That was in 1999.
Oh, we got those at work too. Shout out to the active shooter.
Gang.
This guy will walk around with a fake gun and they'll
they have
point it at
the
you.
maintenance dude running around with a fake gun. They go over ridiculous. The announcements. They're like, "We're having an active shooter drill," and so in the kitchen we all pile into this into the prep area. Right? There's like no windows.
Just turn the lights off.
Right? Yeah.
But see, that's my whole thing, right? Like the solution to their solution, and this isn't just like where you guys work or schools. The solution is kind of it's kind of iffy to me. You know what I mean? Like there's no real. Well, look, we're just gonna pray nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that really do? And again, I'm not for more guns. Like not all the way. But to me, it's like in that situation, like what do you do?
Yeah.
So it's strange to me, but. I don't know. I just wanted to get you guys to...
Let's post up like a military squad at every school.
So more security, you guys would say, is probably the better solution for that.
Yeah, I mean, there's two options, right? You either put more security into school or you take away more guns from people. And that's a real hot topic, too. I won't talk about that real hard. But, like, one of those avenues is obviously easier, right? It's easier to just post up some people at a school that we're already, like, paying and that already are part of, like, the government.
I don't know. I just feel like something needs to happen because, school shootings aren't like, they're not like a huge problem. It's just the times that they do happen. We were unprepared, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's probably why I brought it up because I'm thinking like, okay, I don't know, I wouldn't trust a lot of my old teachers with guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you got the chemistry teacher with a Glock on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, turn it in at 3.
Right. I bet you wouldn't be spitting spitballs at his ass anymore like you used to.
Basically, so I don't know. I think that's kind of extreme now in hindsight, but I think it's a conversation to have at least. Just something.
Definitely,
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for you guys, because you guys are bringing, students into, the world. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be somebody's student, so I feel like you want them to be as safe as possible. Like, and that shouldn't be too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want my kid to be safe. That's the least you could do. Mm-hmm. And give them this little bullshit lunch for the free and reduced lunch with the chocolate milks. But, I don't know.
It's like a nightmare. Like, imagine sending like your kid to school and then you're at work and there's like some breaking news. Your kid's school like has a shooter there right now.
Yeah,
like
facts, bro. It's
couldn't
crazy.
Imagine. See, I'm gonna get a gun and I'm gonna be armed, but I don't know about like teachers and other people.
Right. I was like, I want to be the only one, right. And that's probably how everyone feels. Like, I should have a gun, but I don't know about all the other fucking assholes.
You know what? And I feel like we'll leave it there because there really isn't a right answer.
You're right.
It's kind of just like we just gotta. Again, hope that doesn't happen, to any kids in our schools that's coming up.
Make guns less accessible to people who are going to shoot up
But then
school.
they're like, well, they're with my freedoms now.
I was like, listen, there's some people, they don't even want, with COVID going on, they want to kill masks in school. Like, look, the teachers, they can just do the Zoom thing and just do it that way. Like, there's a lot going on with that right now, too. COVID's killing kids. So it's like, they trying to... It's a whole thing, man. It's ridiculous. But
my sister does the online Zoom school.
Yeah, that's the wave right now.
It's the wave.
But all right, we're gonna get into the next thing, man. This topic, I guess this doesn't really relate to you guys anymore, but I did want to ask you guys this: can a man and a woman just be friends?
When a man,
we talked about this the other day too, but I think it kind of depends on the dynamic. I think if both of them are like, if they both know that they're just friends, it's cool. But I think if even one of the people has feelings, catches feelings for the other, then it's like a big problem.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, because us men, we're sneaky as like. I was in love with you the whole time. How'd you not know?
Well,
and they're like, what? Then you cross that imaginary boundary or some shit. You look like a damn fool. Not saying that's ever happened to me or nothing.
This guy right here. No, but honestly, you know what? To me, I would say it depends because one of the regular hosts on here, Bree, me and her, I've known her for how long now? It's been almost probably 9 years. Maybe she knows the real amount of years, but like I've known her a long time, man. I don't see her that way. It was probably at one point in life I probably was like, yo, she look good, you know what I'm saying? But like now it's like, nah, that's like it's like family. We done been through stuff together. Like I done been through stuff, with her family. She's been around with stuff, happened in my family. So like we tight like that, and I wouldn't ever cross that boundary because I respect.
Understanding. But what if one day she comes to you and she's like, hey, I've had feelings for a while.
I mean, Jermaine would be like, cha-ching, jackpot.
I'll be real with you, man, and you guys know I'm a dog, through our personal relationship. And then she knows, but that's the thing too. She knows that about me too. So you know what I mean? Like I don't even think she would approach me like that. Like I would hope not, at least. Like, cause
I'm just saying. I think that's where like the problem. I think you can totally be friends. That's fine. As soon as one of them is attracted to the other, unless you want to get into a relationship, it's pretty difficult.
I definitely have women who are like friends that are like super close friends. Even before I even knew my woman. But like we've gone through some shit and like.
But have you ever thought about it with them?
No, not really.
Yeah, see, because I didn't even peep the smile. That's why we go on visuals.
Like I love my girlfriend so much, and I respect her that I wouldn't go hang out with these girls just like them. Like I wouldn't just go out to dinner with them. Like I think my woman might be a little uncomfortable with that. Yeah. But like seeing them around or at functions and talking with them, like, no, I'm not gonna cross any boundaries with them or nothing.
Yeah. See, and my thing, that's what it is. What it's all about is boundaries and communicating with your significant other. Like, okay, look, I got this friend, and it's the same for them. Like, yo, if I'm dealing with a young lady and then she brings this dude around I don't know like that, and it's, oh yeah, we're friends. Like, I'm like, look, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tell me that's what it is, then I gotta accept that.
Right.
If I'm just like, oh, what, you got male friends? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, and that's just me because I'm not the jealous type at all. Like, I could really care less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, look, and then if you are doing something, you're going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's going to see you outside or whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's going to get back to me. Why have me looking dumb? Let's just break up now and say, save each other the trouble. To me at least. But
and like,
I don't know.
Me and my girlfriend have been together so long, like my friends are like her friends, you know, and like, exactly. She has friends who are guys and whatever, and like they're my friends too, pretty much, Yeah,
I've also known my girlfriend for an extremely long time.
Yeah. But, okay, I'll ask one more time just for the record. So, Alex, do you think man and woman can just be friends?
Yeah. I think you definitely can. Yeah, I don't know.
Frisky?
Yeah, definitely. I think it is very much possible for man and woman to be just friends.
Oh, yeah.
But there are definitely some incidences where that kind of line gets blurred. But,
Because, bro, let's just be real about it, man. Like, once you have sex with a female, that changes everything, bro. Like, if you were just cool with a female, like, not even on that type of time, but as soon as, like, yo, the condom goes on, like, yo, it's just different. Everything, even after the fact, it's just like, man, you don't even talk the same, like, yo, because you'll have a conversation with him, like, yeah, I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna see you in a little bit, bye. And then, next thing you know, it's, where was you at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yo, where was the disconnect, man? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It definitely comes with some expectations from some people,
Bro,
like,
I know. Listen, you know much. But, I mean, if you listen to the podcast, you done heard stories before. Like, that's just what it is. But, yeah, I'm telling you, bro. To answer the question, I think men and women can be just friends also, but you got to really be careful if you cross that line. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But
communication is key, man.
Facts plus text.
Any relationship, even just a platonic one, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, let me ask you guys this real quick, because I always tease you guys about the Tiger King stuff. What do you think was more? This isn't even a topic. What do you think is more? What was more disappointing to you? That Joe Exotic got locked up, or that Trump didn't get impeached?
Trump didn't get impeached. Definitely that.
Yeah, I don't know. Joe Exotic's funny, but like when you look at it, that guy's a piece of shit, bro. Like he should be in jail, man.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so you guys saw the movie. I never saw the movie. From what I was told, he allegedly put a hit out on somebody, but they didn't have proof.
I don't know if you've seen, he has a show on YouTube, and he literally regularly gets piss himself drunk. And there was one time where he had a little blow up girl, and he wrote Carol Baskins on it, and he had a gun pointed at her and shit, dude. It was ridiculous.
Oh my god!
Plus, he abuses tigers and he did meth and just a lot of
that just sounds.
That deserves to be in jail.
That just sounds like right.
No, I'm just kidding.
That just sounds like the average person in San Antonio or something like that, or New Mexico. Abuses meth, beats up tigers. Like, yo, that's the American way. But anyway, okay. So you guys saying Trump getting impeached is worse. Then Joe Exotic getting locked up.
Yeah, Trump should. Imagine if Trump got impeached, dude. Imagine how the really corona would have been handled.
Our country isn't going to be any different with that Joe Exotic dude behind bars, right?
Listen, he's a factor out here, bro. That's a fact. Speaking of that, let's transition. All right, so this topic I just wanted to talk to you guys about because it's kind of something I always think about sometimes. Because, it matters. But can money buy happiness?
Oh, I thought about this one a lot.
And, whoever wants to go first with it.
Yes, it can.
Really?
I think it can to a certain degree, right? So, if you have money and you're unhappy, yeah, more money's not going to fix that.
Right.
But if you are a broke single father feeding 2 kids... you know, $50 from some random stranger, you're probably gonna cry, hug him. It's gonna make your day, right? Like, the more money makes you happy until you hit like your need to survive, like until you are completely comfortable and you don't want anything else, you know, or like all your, like once all of your basic needs are met, once you have a shelter and you have like people and you have food and water and you have a sustainable way to get all of that, money might not be able to help you if you're still unhappy.
Sure.
But if you don't have one of those things, money will basically money is happiness, because the more money you have, the less stuff you have to worry about.
Right. I can feel that. Okay, first I'm gonna let you go, and then I'll say how I feel. Can money buy happiness?
That's kind of a rough question, or not a rough question. That's kind of, I don't know. I think it varies from person to person, right? Like Alex was talking about. What you value. Like, exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, I don't like dress the nicest or like have nice shoes or like, you know, I never grew up like with like money. Like most of our just bare, you know, basic necessities were met. Yeah. But like anything over that was like, you know, kind of a big deal. But I've never been like had so much money I've been desensitized by it. Like, you know, like I wonder what that's really like.
I saw this meme with Diddy. He found, like, he was running through a pile of money. He found $1 bill and then he had a mean face. I was like, yo, I don't ever want to. You seen that? I don't ever want to disrespect money like that. Like, he was like, that's $1 bill in these hundreds. But somebody's getting fired.
There was a time like where I was doing all right, like had money and like not the load, but like for me it was like a lot of money and like I was really unhappy, you know. And now like there's a time like right now I could say like right now in life like I don't have like a lot of money, like I'm like paying bills, like I just got a credit card for the first time in my life. You know, I'm 30 years old, like, and I bought a couch. Like from Slumberland.
Nice.
I've never.
That's facts.
I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. I've never even bought a couch before, right? So this was kind of like a peak moment for me. Like like sitting down.
You're growing up.
Yeah, dude. I'm not ready to grow up, dude. I'm only 30.
There you go.
But I'd say like if something could buy me happiness, I'd say it'd be like connections.
Facts
with
That's
people like that. I kind of feed off that, you know, like you guys are. I like value like your guys' friendships, you know, because like I've like known you guys for like you. Alex sees me like every day, you know, and then you guys like you like me, right? I like you guys too, and like so we like are like it's like a friendship, and like that's pretty cool to me because there was a time in life where I also didn't have any fucking friends, because I was such a piece of shit.
Yeah. So you're saying money does it buy happiness or not?
Not for me.
Okay, I'm also going no, Alex. Unfortunately, we got to. See, we have
it's a person-to-person basis. As a general question,
right?
Can money buy happiness in situations? I think it can.
That's real. I feel like to me, I'm kind of different. You know, like I don't value money as much because to me it's kind of like I don't love money. I love what money can give me access to. Like money can, if I wanted to, I can put my mom and brother and everybody I love on a plane and have them go on vacation for like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? With the right amount of money, they can go to Bora Bora or some crazy shit.
But you know what they say, dude? More money, more problems.
That's real. That's a fact. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying no, it can't buy happiness.
Right.
I know people that like have money, but like, their situations like, I have a friend of a friend, like, she's in a situation, she's with an investment banker pretty much. And dude make bread, you know what I'm saying? Like just off the cars I was hearing he had like, this is her summer car, this is her winter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's crazy. But he cheats on her all the time, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you living a good ass life. You got a nice, situation, but it come with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like for me, money's cool, but sometimes I feel like the wrong people have money. Like if the people that knew how to work with money the right way, like they know how to, like I know plenty of people like black, brown, whatever, they done, they made 4 quarters work for, for a long time. They can make it stretch, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's some people they don't know how they use money the wrong way and they have so much of it. Like I'll give you an example. I'm not saying this person uses money wrong, but Jeff Bezos, like yo, 100 something billion, and that was after his divorce. Like, bro, he's not gonna live long enough to spend all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and there's people starving out here. So
1% rich get richer.
You feel me? So it's like, bro, that's just crazy to me. Like somebody that, and I called him out specifically, but it's a bunch of them out there. Like, bro, you're not gonna spend all that. To me, it's like it's enough to where we can all eat and prosper. You know what I mean? But I don't even know what to call it, the stinginess, you know what I'm saying? People being selfishness, you know what I'm saying? People are just selfish, like, oh, it's about me and my situation. So, and that's not happiness, is what I'm saying. Like, that person has all that money, but they're not happy because they're doing stuff like that. If you were happy, that's nothing, you know, just, this is right off, go ahead, take this little $2 million, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and go make it work. So, to me, money doesn't buy happiness.
Back to Jeff Bezos. That man is so rich, he literally told the American government basically to piss off. And like
taxes.
Just couldn't do anything about it.
Bro, it's levels though. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to be that rich or that wealthy, I would say. Because he's past rich, he's wealthy. Right. Like to me, like Fresco was saying, more money, more problems. Like the more money you have, the higher your bills are. Like, yo, I got a person in my family that's successful. You know what I'm saying? More successful than like a lot of my family members. And everybody looks to her as like, yo, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like she owns a couple daycare centers, right? So yo, every time when somebody die in the family or whatever happened, they just turn their head like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna point no elbows. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and I would hate to have that, burden on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the other people in my family that's, kind of made it out, if you will. Like I graduated from college and I got a bachelor's of science. You know what I'm saying? Gang. Shout out to class of 2019. We out here. But anyway, like I'm one of the people like I guess my family that's educated or, but I'm not making real money yet. Like I'm on my way. But I can't even imagine like if I get her problems where I got to deal with all that. Like I'm kind of low key on my end. I'm not in the same state as them. Thank God.
That's a good idea, man.
We're thinking of being rich though. Imagine you don't have a house, right? Yeah. Like imagine you are literally homeless. Like money, like if you don't have a job or something, and then like you get a job and you get a weekly paycheck, like that's pretty much happiness for you, right? Like you don't have to worry about where you're gonna sleep. You don't have to worry about what you're gonna eat. You don't have to worry about like you have more time to just be human.
I would say for me, if all my basic needs were met, then I'd be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you guys know my personality anyway. Like, I'm the type I can kind of befriend anybody. Even somebody that's not like me at all, I could kind of make it work, per se. But to me, money, I don't know. We value it a lot in America. It's just like, yo, it's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do nothing without it. Like, you don't even feel the same until payday come. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you ain't got money, say you on a broke day, you ain't got nothing to do, it's like, damn. Like I don't even feel right. Like I can make this work kind of, but I gotta I need some money in my pocket. I don't even feel right unless I have it. Yeah. But to me, like I value everything, so I value more than money. Like what if inflation goes down and then the dollar bill doesn't mean anything? What if gold becomes the next $100 bill? You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna value that. So to me, money it's all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? So like money. Obviously, it matters, like that's in anything. If you have a relationship or whatever it is, like money matters. People lie all the time and say it doesn't, but that's a fact, it does. But to me, it's all about perspective and whatever you can work with and make happen to meet your needs. So.
Yeah. Plus, I guess it's not really money, but like the more money, it doesn't have to be money, but like the more money, the more success that I get. The more I can give to my kid, right? And like I'm constantly thinking about like that. And like I guess the money's not making me happy, but it makes me happy that like I can like provide for my child.
Yeah, facts. Well, yeah, so I guess we're just going with not really for that one probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
2-1 kind of
half and half.
We know what Alex wants for Christmas.
I was going to say, right.
Some money.
Speaking of money.
Well, I want money for any reason. Give me money right now.
podcast. You better pay me something.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm paying you in spirit. How about
All
that?
right, we'll take it.
Bro, I get this bread. It's a grind, man.
Oh, there goes that millennial talk again. Let's get this bread.
Speaking of money, speaking of getting bread, I don't know why. I just wanted to throw this in. Keeping Up with the Kardashians on its final season, they say. So I wanted to ask both of you guys: are the Kardashians good for the culture or bad for the culture?
What do you think of the Kardashians, Chris?
I wish I knew more about that. No, I don't.
Which one's your favorite Kardashian?
The one with the big butt, I guess.
I mean, that's different now. That's a bunch of them.
They all got.
It used to be just one Kim.
Yeah.
But now it's like, yo, Chloe got
like
one,
all of them now,
Kylie,
What?
Kendall. No, not Kendall, but yo. So yeah, it's a couple of them that have that.
I
Chloe
think
has one now.
they're just brainwashing these youngsters, right? Now, all these young girls and they want to, have big butt and they think
put on makeup.
Yeah, dude. And they're starting off young, right?
So you're saying they're bad for the culture?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Cuties, bro. Did the Kardashians start cuties?
It's all the Kardashians' fault, bro.
I mean, they're not the problem for everything. Well, okay, go ahead.
Blame the Kardashians.
Right, yo, blame them on everything.
Kardashians.
So, okay, Alex, please, are the Kardashians good for the culture or bad for the culture?
I wish I knew a little bit more about them. I want to say they're bad, just because every time I see them in anything, I'm like, what the f***? Like WAP. There's that part in WAP where she's just walking down the hallway in silence.
She has nothing to do with the video.
Yeah, why the
f***
is this even in here?
Right.
Oh, one of the Kardashians was in the WAP video?
Kendall Jenner.
For no reason, too. She doesn't sing or anything.
She's just in it, just randomly.
So one thing I do know about the Kardashians, the one thing I know is the dad helped get OJ off.
Yeah, he was one of the attorneys on the OJ Simpson case.
He's a real famous attorney.
Robert Kardashian.
Right.
Senior.
Okay. So that's pretty much all I know.
Well, he's not even really part of their family. Didn't they get a divorce or something?
No, the other guy, Bruce Jenner, that's now Caitlyn Jenner. He was the stepdad that came in after Robert Kardashian died.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So Kim and them, the original family, Robert Kardashian was the head of the household. He passed, and then Kris married Bruce Jenner, that became Caitlyn Jenner. And then they had the other kids, Kylie, Kendall. I can't remember all of them, but I think that's all of them. But whatever. That's a whole nother story. To answer the question that I raised, I'm gonna say they're good for the culture, believe it or not. And I'll tell you why. Because they're a family that started with really nothing, or they started with what they had and then made it work. You know what I mean? All of them.
Wait, what are you talking about? They had daddy's money.
I'm saying they started from right. I hear what you're saying. They started from the lawyer money and then became an entity. You know what I'm saying? The
That's
Kardashians.
What Trump did too. I don't really think.
What Trump, to me, that's different a little bit. Because I mean, okay, think about this. Who besides Trump and his family is getting it big and they're popping outside of spending his money? You know what I'm saying? With the Kardashians, Kim popping on her own. Kourtney got her own thing. Khloe got her.
Rob trying to make socks.
Right.
I guess
they all have their own thing outside of
They're
Chris.
Just genius marketers, man.
That's what I'm saying. With Trump, it's just him. You know what I'm saying? They spending his money, whatever it is. I heard he was bankrupt, but
I think
they're
it's just
spending his money.
They're so good at cameoing each other. Kim, that starts with her huge following, and then her sister's on her show every other episode, and then her sister gets a big following, and then her sister gets her sister on her show, and then you have a crossover following from all of the other sisters, and then it just becomes so big that you hear the name Kardashian, and you know that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. To me, it's just they're all if Kourtney left the show just whatever, she can keep doing her own thing per se. To me, they
probably all
they made they're literally a power family.
Yeah.
They're in the news all the time just for being. They're famous for being famous.
They're the 1% of famous people.
Yeah, with Trump, with Ivanka, if something happened to Trump, what is she doing on her own? You know what I mean? She's under dad, literally. And then the other one's Trump Jr. and all them. They're literally eating off their dad. They're not branching out on their own and doing, whatever they're doing, and they're not popping, at least not to, in my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like they're good for the culture because it sets an example. Like whether you hate them or love them, you have an opinion. You know, like there's no like indifference with the Kardashians, which I kind of respect about them. Like they're kind of trash. You know how they do things, and they're always trying to like work their way out of a situation, and then they look good on top of whatever it is. So to me, they kind of handle things wrong, but I feel like the format is amazing. Like they're literally getting to it, but. Yeah, I respect it a little bit. I don't like, sometimes how the significant others of them act like Kanye and Lamar. Like they're doing hard drugs. Yeah. Yo, Lamar is on hard drugs, bro. Like that's crazy. Kanye wilding out. He's on Twitter.
I think Kanye's on hard drugs too.
Right. Facts plus text. But yeah, so I don't know, man. But anyway, look, we're gonna take a break, man. This has been the Blue Avenue Podcast. We'll be right back. Gotta pay some bills. Gotta stay tuned, man. We'll be right back. And we're back, man. This is the Blue Avenue Podcast. Listen, we went in on that first part, y'all. Like, damn. All right, so we're gonna get straight to it, man. No girl talk this week is Bree and T aren't in, but I got the factual opinions. Man, I'm gonna come light, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just drop a gem off for y'all real quick. So I submit to you, my factual opinion for this week is that kids under age 9 should not have cell phones or be playing video games. Yeah, I'm going there, bro. I got to, man. It's crazy. I know.
Video games, bro.
I know, man. I know. But I seen a little kid in Walmart with a newer iPhone than I have, bro. And I got a 10X Max. Like, this little kid got one. Like, 5 years old with a brand new iPhone. Like, for what? Right. So, listen.
Sounds like you're just mad, bro.
Yeah, that's not facts. But
it's not facts.
But anyway, look, man, these kids need to go outside. They have to have more traditional ways of, having fun. Like, I feel like, and you guys are parents, so you probably know better than me. But I feel like parents now are just putting phones in their face just to get them occupied. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's not the way. Like, when I was a kid, it was like, go outside. Whatever. It wasn't just, here's a phone, stop talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do stuff. Like, be active out there. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. And, I mean, I guess you guys would know better because you're parents. But I don't think the answer is just putting a phone in their face.
I can't lie. I do that. But, like, so, you got to hear me out, right? Like,
oh, my God.
Like, you don't just do it all the time. It's totally on the parents. Yeah, kids shouldn't just have, like, tablets and phones, like, the whole time they're at Walmart or at a restaurant. But, dude, if I'm, like, if I'm trying to, just earlier today, if I'm trying to pack something up in my house and I'm, like, looking for what cords are going where and what stuff I need and... she's like right behind me, Papa, this and that, and tugging on my pants, and like, okay, here's my phone, go sit down, please just let me get this done for a minute.
I don't know. Okay, so I'll put it like this. If you do give your kids phones, I feel like it should be how it was when we were kids. Like, I started with a track phone, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the Boost Mobile joint, and then you work your way up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, okay, if you're going to have kids and give them phones, let them start with the BS. Like, we had it, right. And then you work your way up.
The problem is they don't even, like, they make, like, non-smartphones.
Flip phone, yeah.
Yeah, just go little flip phone joints. You know me, I'm 3-phone Jones, so, I got plenty.
See,
but anyway, that's my... go ahead, Frisco.
I was way different. These kids don't need no phone. Come on,
there he goes again. He didn't even know he did.
Your kid doesn't watch Coco Melon?
Or
like super simple songs?
It used to be easy, simpler, back then. Like, I didn't, everyone didn't have a cell phone. Like, I couldn't just move. I had to show up at your house. Like, if I wanted to see you... Yeah. Or, if I would go out of my way to, come find you, right?
You would know if somebody's at somebody's crib. There's a bunch of bikes in the front yard.
Bro, like, this is some boomer talk. What are you talking about?
Bro, this
I get it. It forces physical connection a little bit more. But you can't tell me that it's, like, annoying to... like hit your buddy like, hey, I'm on my way to your house, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm not even home right now, man, I'm so sorry.
For an adult,
and you don't waste your time going there
like an adult.
But you don't deserve that luxury when you're a
we
kid.
talking about kids though. Like, kids shouldn't be texting
waste
each other.
your time.
Right, kids shouldn't be texting each other like yo, imagine, because kids is like we were talking about earlier, kids are smart. What if you go through your kid phone, they sending eggplant emojis and all this crazy
eggplant emoji.
Like yo, they smart, they know what that mean. Like they're not stupid. Like,
no, like these kids are like ruining.
They're growing up fast. Is my point.
Ruined by like this whole like phone thing.
Right. My point is they're growing up fast. They're getting into memes. They know how to make memes. They're going on Twitter, they're understanding references that they shouldn't so young. You know what I'm saying? Like my point is they have access to too much, and I feel like with going back to whatever, even if it is a flip phone, just that's the purpose of the phone. Besides like what we use it for now is to talk on the phone or text. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing all the extra stuff. I mean that's nice, the apps or whatever, but. That originally the phone was to communicate. That's what it was for. It wasn't to be like, yo, let me just find these memes and I'm gonna send this through class. Because back then, at least for me, we had to pass notes. Yeah, I remember passing notes in class. Like
we had to actually talk to people in person. Facts. Like, yo, what are you gonna do?
You ain't finna just text like you know what I'm saying? Like,
but some people, it's all they do, man.
Yeah, facts.
Like even these young kids, man. Like I'm trying to train this dude at work. And he's just on his phone the whole time. Yeah. And I have to keep telling him, like, no, dude, like, this is stupid. Like,
I feel you, bro.
And they're like, well, I get anxiety if I don't put my phone down. And I have panic attacks. Like, dude, your phone
your voice
is the most recent trainee kid?
Yeah, no. Wait.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. But, all right, so look, so that's my factual opinion. I feel like kids have access to too much. That's my whole point of it. Forget the phone and video game thing.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's like an example of what it is. But I feel like they have access too much too young, and that's why kids is getting messed up.
What do you think phones are like?
I'm saying because like if
it's a non like phone video game though, like
I'm just okay. Again, like to me, they have access too much.
Like what about like a laptop?
I need to see what's on there. But
so that's kind of my thing too. Is if you're the way that technology is right now, like with your, your laptop, a Chromebook, like I could literally handpick what websites I want my child to go on, and every other one can be blocked. If your kid is doing something online that you don't want them to, it's on you.
But that's what I'm saying, because a lot of people don't. They just like, yo, they not checking.
It's not really the kid's fault for being a kid, though.
Yo, because if a kid check my phone right now and you accidentally type something, you're going to see some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. I got to explain it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is actually, this is like a related thing, too, because I was just talking to somebody about this. But, like, a friend of mine, because she's a parent, too, we were talking about like PDA in public. I was saying like, yo, I don't want to have to explain to little man like, yo, why he tonguing her down like that. And you know what I'm saying? In front, you know what I'm saying? But see, my point is they haven't access too much. Imagine you can just go on YouTube and see that. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
the thing is, like, I don't think just like restricting phone access isn't going to completely limit that. We've talked about this at work. I went to a bowling alley one time.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me about this, yeah.
And there's like a bunch of families and a bunch of kids, and Doja Cat comes on, and she's, wait till you see in front of me, back. And there's like all these girls twerking, and I literally saw like a couple dads, like, what? And they're like looking around, like looking to like, who should I yell at right now? And the kids are like, what's happening?
That's hilarious.
So like, like
you're right though. That
sometimes stuff like that is just unavoidable. I mean, like I don't think it should be, but it is.
That's right. I feel you, bro. I'm just saying we got to do the best we can. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be able to see everything. Like it's a real. They do need to see the real world, but not so young. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to work your way into that.
Like it used to be like. The internet wasn't on everything, right? Yeah. Like you didn't need the internet on your TV.
Your coffee maker like connects to the
internet. Yo, there's people with TVs on their refrigerator. What type of crazy
dumb?
Like yo, people don't even when people come to my crib now. They don't even ask how I'm doing or like, it's a nice place. Yo, what's the Wi-Fi? You know what I'm saying? Like yo, if that's your first thing you want to say to me, it's a problem, bro. So that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, Frisco.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, but
it takes away from like human interaction. Like I'm not gonna physically interact with you now because I got my phone. Like I don't need to, talk or like leave my house because I'm like happy. I see what you're doing.
I talk to my friends every day, bro. Discord, let's go.
That's right. But okay, that was my factual opinion. You got to have these kids getting some more traditional things instead of their new iPhones and.
I have friends that completely delete like all social media for like a while, and like like I kind of want to do it, like they're way more happier and like they don't care about everyone's opinion on everything nowadays, and like I do have Facebook. But I don't have like Instagram or none of that other
Get on that Snapchat though. You be missing out.
Snapchat.
I'm telling him he's missing out.
What am I missing out on?
My stories, his stories.
Yeah, we do some wild stuff. But look, I'm not mad at you on that, Frisco. And I feel like, see, the whole social media thing, that's a whole nother topic. And like we could talk about that all day too.
In 2017, I went 9 months no phone, no cell phone.
How are you? How are you talking to me? Were you doing about letters?
Phone.
Were you signals?
Were you doing letters?
No, I had a computer at home, and I was living in a facility.
Okay, I feel okay.
In it's a sober living house, right?
Yeah.
And I just gotten out of treatment. I didn't have a bunch of money. Actually, at that point, I never even had a smartphone before. Right?
Oh, wow.
So I was such a junkie. Everything I had, I would. Swap it, trade it,
sell it.
Well, listen, let's save that for the spiritual conversations when we got you back on. We're not going to get too much into that. Facts, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that, though.
That's why Frisco doesn't like technology. He just can't work it.
I don't like it. It's just if I don't need it, what am I going to...
He's got like this old phone, and he's like, can you show me how to set up the Bluetooth speaker?
Yo, facts.
Y'all are trash, man.
All right, so I want to get into, like I said, we don't have girl talk this week. I want us to get right into the Are They a Legend game, right? So I want to ask you guys about the first, every week when we do this, it's, we do a female R&B artist, male R&B artist, and then female male rapper. So for this week, for the first one, he actually just dropped the album, too. That was really good. But is Big Sean a legend?
Big Sean, yes.
Detroit, too, was actually really hard.
I don't
definitely.
Yeah, Big Sean. I mean, I think he is. You've probably heard that song too.
I forget the name of the song. He had that one big song.
Yeah,
My Last.
Yeah,
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He did some stuff with Kanye too, I believe.
Legend status.
He had like some earlier stuff that was good too, though. Like
he's been
pretty good like from the beginning.
He did like a lot of freestyle stuff like that. Like it's been a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
I'm gonna say no.
I don't think Frisco's listened to a lot of his music. But.
So me and Alex, we're majority. So like,
2-1.
If you was right here, majority rules.
I'm still saying no, though. In my own opinion, I don't know. The word legend to me kind of has a standard, like I mean, you guys might think like your average Joe on the street is like a legend or something.
All right, so
you're a legend, man.
Oh, I know that.
So Big Sean is a legend to us.
I guess.
All right, the next person on the list is Frank Ocean. And I'm going to start with you, Frisky. Is Frank Ocean a legend? Why did I even ask him? I should have just known.
I don't really.
Are you Googling him right now? Is
that he's about to do?
What does he do?
He's a singer.
Sing one song.
I mean, one of my favorites is Pyramids, but I think one of his best songs is was it Novocaine? That was like one of his big ones. He was in Odd Future or is in Odd Future with like Tyler the Creator and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Was another big. My favorite song is Pyramids, but Novocaine is probably one. It's like Novocaine.
I guarantee you, Frisco.
I'm gonna say
heard
no.
anything by.
Yeah,
I was like, do you know any of these artists? Let me just go through them. So Frank Ocean, Carrie Hilson, Eve. Do you know Eve?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. That's the only person gonna say.
Well, like, have they been around for more than like 10 years?
Well, look,
because if they've only been around for a couple years, you don't know.
Frank Ocean's been around since like what 2012, like.
Yeah.
But look, okay, so
2012. It's not that long.
Big Sean's like his first shit was way
09. But look, okay, so this is the thing for Are They a Legend game. We go for like the randoms. Like we don't pick people that's obvious. Like if I ask you Jay-Z, like it's obvious Jay-Z's a legend. You know what I'm saying? So I picked the random ones for like this topic. So Frank Ocean, Alex, is Frank Ocean a legend?
Well, now Frisco's making me reconsider what a legend is, but
It's still
I don't use that word lightly. You know,
I hear you. I respect that.
I feel like if Big Sean is a legend, then Frank Ocean's a legend too.
So I honestly I disagree with you, and I'm actually gonna sour Frisco on this, and it's not just because Frank Ocean, but because for me, for Frank Ocean, it was like that first album was like fire, the first two I believe, when it was like what was it like a new feel, all that all that stuff. The first one like thinking about you, I think like
I haven't heard a lot of his new music.
That it was like a one where he came back. It was like called Blind. I was like, yo, this wasn't the wave. Like and he waited a long time to drop it. So I was like, but no, that first one was like a tornado blew around and that stuff. So that was hard, but I feel like in totality, I'll politely decline. But he's not a legend to me. And then so the third one. This is the female R&B artist of the week, Carrie Hilson.
I've never heard of Carrie
Hilson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go say no.
So both of y'all said no.
Sing one of her songs. Let's hear it.
She did the joint with Kanye. It's like knock you down. Like sometimes love comes around and it knocks you down. Just get back up when it knocks you down.
Oh, I think I've heard that. Actually.
Yeah, yo, she's fire. I ain't gonna lie, she ain't a legend to me, but I do like her music.
I don't know who she is, so I go with no legend.
So that's
I'm saying no.
All right, this is the only one Frisco knows from this one is Eve. Is Eve a legend, Frisco? It's the only female rapper I could think of for this week.
She's still around making music?
She's doing. I know she was on like was it Today Show or The View or something like that. She's on one of them TV shows now.
I don't even think I've heard it. I know who she is.
She was on the Rough Riders with DMX.
Oh, I've heard that.
She had the paw print tattoos on her chest.
I know, like I've seen pictures of her. I don't think I've listened to like a lot of her music though.
Like I don't know, man. I'm like leaning more towards no, but like I know who she is, so she's like she's pretty high status,
I'm going with yes. She's a legend. How about you, Alex?
Be honest. Don't just. Well, Jermaine said yes. Well, like I better.
Take the black man.
I mean, I haven't listened to a lot of her music, and I haven't had a lot of people be like, "You're sleeping on Eve." So I'll go with a no. Sure.
Oh my god. All right, so that's no for you guys.
Yes.
Yes for no.
Yes or no.
Okay, right. Yeah, yes or no. So we're gonna go through it again. So Big Sean, legend. Frank Ocean, no, not a legend.
I said no.
Okay, not a legend.
I didn't hear the new song. That was bad, apparently. But does a new song discredit your legend status?
If you have bad music, if you have bad music, you kind of it just weighs.
Does it weigh out the good music you had before?
No, it's a balance. Like if you got more bad than good, then you're trash. But if you got more good than bad. Like, I'm willing to let go of Yeezus for Kanye. Like, it's a couple more in there. I was like, what were you thinking? Like, I'm like 808.
The Pedro one. I didn't like that one.
Yeah, the Life of Pablo.
Yeah, Life of Pablo, yeah.
It's some ones I'm willing to let go. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. So, okay, no Frank Ocean. Big Sean is. Carrie Hilson isn't. She's not a legend. And Eve isn't. Right?
Yeah,
you guys says no.
Only
all right.
one legend, man. Rip.
All right, so for the end of the episode, we got shout outs. I'll let Frisco go first. Who you want to shout out, all that good stuff for this week.
Shout out.
That's how we end every episode.
Shout out to my man KJ Armstrong.
Bars.
I'm coming to see you a couple weeks. You're gonna be, my new. We're gonna be working together. Creating some whole new. Ideas, and I'm gonna, we're so totally different styles of cooking.
Yeah,
they're gonna come to life, and like our whole new demographic and everything like that we're cooking for is like a whole new, and like I'm just so stoked to be working with this person that's gonna progress me, on my journey through my career and stuff.
Yeah.
But like also like working with Alex, and you know, I mean, working with you, like, you know, we all bring certain things like to the table, you know, like at work, like when we're cooking, we all have like different flavors and like different ideas and totally different ways of cooking things, you know. But like life is progressive, you know, like human beings, like we were made to move on and progress, and like now I'm moving on to this new place, and like I can tell everyone in the facility is gonna just hate it when I leave, dude.
Facility.
I mean, well, I don't know if you could top that, Alex, but do you have any shout outs this week?
Shout out to my boy Jose. He runs this YouTube thing called Imagination Limited.
Okay.
If anyone wants to check that out.
Yo, shout out to that.
Shout out to my fiance for everything. Couldn't live life without her.
That's what's up.
Shout out to this boy. I'm gonna miss this guy a lot, dude. It's gonna suck ass. I'm gonna have to find a new job too. Shout out to myself. Hey, if you're looking to hire someone, I'm good at cooking. I'm good with computers. I'm good at gaming.
There you go. Man.
That's pretty much
Good
it.
at gaming.
Those are my strengths, man.
Shout out to Jermaine.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Appreciate that, man.
Jermaine avocado toast.
Jermaine is the boy.
Right.
Appreciate that,
If you
bro.
don't have the pleasure of knowing this man in real life, you should.
Man.
It'll change.
I appreciate that, man.
It'll
I
change
got a
your
lot
life.
I mess with a lot of people, man. So, you know, I dibble and dabble in a lot of circles. Well, look, for my shout outs this week, I'm going to keep it short, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Netflix for putting Girlfriends on their on the roster, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I've been watching for like 2 weeks straight, probably. Anybody that knows me, you know what I'm saying, I've been watching Girlfriends back in the UPN days, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maya, Tony, Joan, and Lynn, that's a fact, and William, you know what I'm saying? That's the gang right there, whatever. Y'all know I'm coming. Oh, yeah, shout out to Tubi for putting the Real Side Chicks of Charlotte on there. That's another one I wanted to shout out. That's another I found that was hilarious. It was crazy. I remember it was on YouTube for free. But, yeah, shout out to them. Oh, yeah, and I wanted to say RIP to Chadwick Boseman. You know, that was
power.
and to that, I want to say you never really know what people are going through. So try to be, you know, more sensitive. Anything, you know, you can't really tell, you know, if somebody's, you know, doing you wrong, then you just got to kind of fall back. But my whole thing with that was with Chadwick, nobody knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then people were making fun of him at the time, and then they found out it was colon cancer, and then you're like, oh, I feel bad now. So my point is you never know what nobody's going through, so try to be sensitive to their ailments and things like that. And then the last thing I want to say is RIP, another RIP. I want to send an RIP to Alex's dog, man. You know what I'm saying? You will be missed.
Rest in power.
Rest in power. You will be missed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody on the east side. Shout out to all the fam out there. I'm coming with merch real soon. We're going to drop all the podcasts on you know, Spotify and iTunes real quick. I'm gonna do it all in a row. I'm gonna put all the episodes I have that's on YouTube currently, and then I'm gonna put them on, you know, the real sites where you can get podcasts and all that good stuff. Then I'll come with merch, and then I'll come with, you know, it's going to be just coming in rotation. Then we're going to do visuals. So it's going to be a vibe, man. I just want to tell everybody that's listening, I don't care if it's 1 or 10 or, you know, a million. If I get to there, that's dope. But even the small amount of people I know that watch all the time, I appreciate you. And, you know, I'm coming with more, man. This is a passion I have, and this is what I look forward to every time I come to the studio. So that's all I got, man. This has been another episode of the Blue Avenue Podcast, episode 5. I want to thank my guests for coming up because these are my guys in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tap in with them. Thank you, Risky Frisky. Thank you, Alex. And look, we're gonna be back with another one, man. Y'all tap in. And, you know, I want to thank my engineer, Lucky. And we out of here, man. Gang. We out.
Bye.
Miss Parker. All right, we out.